Juliet! Oh no! Are you breathing? Hey, wake up. Anybody who pretends to not know what they're doing here, really? She's that pretty? She's iconic Shakespearean yourself as a rich prince without even checking her pulse pretty? Like, this is meant to be like a dividing thing for people. Half of the population is just gonna go, yay, we can't say anything about this is great. And then the other half is gonna go, why is Chadwick Boseman playing Juliet? And then those two groups are gonna fight, and one group's gonna call the other racist, and the other group is gonna call the other insane and brainwashed. And then that's how you're going to promote your movie. Yeah. And if it works for people where they just go, yeah, this is normal, this is reality, this makes sense. It's like basically being a rich king who rules over a village. And you take a cup, a silver cup, and you put it in the center of town. And you tell everybody, you're not going to touch this, right? I'm going to walk away, and none of you are going to touch this. Because I have such control over your reality, I can put something obvious right in front of you, and you're not even gonna know, and you're too scared to say anything. And the thing that you're too scared to say is that she should not be playing Juliet. Like, come on. Like, she's not that, but it's like, come on, like, why would you make me think that?
A lot of harassment sent towards Francesca. Things like saying Romeo and Juliet movie, then versus now, they're rewriting history. Romeo and Juliet is a play, not a movie. And the first actor to play Juliet was actually a man. And you don't care about the adaptation differences because I doubt people didn't care when they made a garden gnome version of Romeo and Juliet. So this has nothing to do with rewriting history. It just has to do with plain racism. It got so bad that the Jamie Lloyd Company actually made a statement saying, following the announcement of our Romeo and Juliet cast, there has been a barrage of deplorable racial abuse online directed towards a member of our company. This must stop. You can pause to read the rest of it. But I just love that this has become so successful. It is totally sold out and now reportedly being moved to Broadway. And I really hope they keep as much of the original cast as possible. Sending nothing but love and support to Francesca here.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a hilarious story. An extremely predictable story, especially in the year 2024, where the race hustle is very, very, very profitable, okay? The media, entertainment, they like to do things to elicit backlash and then want to play victim when they get the backlash that they were actually trying to get, right? The intent was to get backlash to promote their woke production, right? They want to piss people off, and then they want to turn around and point the finger and say, hey, the backlash against this wokeness, right? Something that we're doing on purpose to make you upset, is racism, is bigotry, is hate, right? And they do that in order to promote their productions, right? And the production that we got to talk about here today that is getting a whole lot of backlash is the Romeo and Juliet West End production that is taking place in London. And the producers of this production are lashing out. They're lashing out because of the deplorable racial abuse that one of the co-stars in this production is receiving. Now, this, again, is a hilarious story to me because I believe that this was entirely done on purpose to elicit this type of response.
The director is sort of putting out his thoughts on those recent racist comments.
Well, we have The Notebook, right? On Broadway, which I saw, which was beautiful, with interracial couples. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Does the director, they didn't anticipate any kind of problems?
Well, they shouldn't. It's 2024. They shouldn't anticipate problems.
I know.
First of all, they're actors. That's the first thing.
I think part of it is to create controversy.
I don't know.
And I want to go ahead and read about it so you guys get a better understanding of what's going on. And then we're going to play some videos of the reactions here that people are having to some of the backlash this actress is getting. But before we get into it, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, Noble Gold. Hey there, investing feels overwhelming right now, doesn't it? So complicated, so many decisions. But leaving your money in the bank, not a great idea. It's losing value every single day. So if it's stressing you out and driving you nuts, why not invest smarter with Noble Gold investments? Precious metals are simple and real. There hasn't been a company or stock that was around 2,000 years ago, but guess what? Gold was around 2,000 years ago. It's always been there through wars, turmoil, and disasters. Reliable, dependent, authentic. That is why you cannot go wrong with precious metals. They've always had your back. Noble Gold Investment American experts will show you how to set and forget your 401k or IRA. You'll get a dedicated professional assigned to you. No hassle, no call centers. And this month, Noble Gold is giving away a free 1/4 ounce gold standard coin with every qualifying IRA investment. Visit noblegold.com to claim your gold coin. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. And just remember, there's a risk with every investment and there's no guarantee of any kind. Tom Holland's co-star in the upcoming West End production of Romeo and Juliet has triggered online haters, and the show's producers wanted to stop. The news that Francesca Amewuda Rivers, who is black, will play Juliet opposite Holland's Romeo has elicited a barrage of hate-filled messages on social media since it was announced a week ago. The play is scheduled to open in the West End next month and will reportedly head to Broadway after selling out in a ticket frenzy, according to The Mirror. The show's producer, the Jamie Lloyd Company, posted a message on Instagram speaking out against the deplorable racial abuse towards a member of our company believed to be Amewuda Rivers, according to Entertainment Weekly. Quote, "This must stop," the statement read on April 5th. "We are working with a remarkable group of artists. We insist that they are free to create work without facing online harassment." See, again, that's not how the world works, right? Criticism is not the same thing as harassment. People online can say whatever they want to say. But again, they don't want you to speak out about something that they definitely did on purpose. And we're going to talk about it here in a minute. The company said it would continue to support and protect everyone in our company at all costs, and that any further abuse will be reported to authorities. Yeah, so the thought police, right? They're trying to get the thought police involved. Now, as you can see here, this is the individual that they have playing Juliet. This is who they got playing Juliet. Bruh, if I was Tom Holland, I'd be pounding sand, bruh. I'd be behind this. How much they paying this guy? Real talk. How much they paying this guy, bro? How much they paying him? Okay. I said the same thing about Fanny Pack. I said the same thing about Fanny Pack. Bro, there's just not enough money to buy my soul, bro. Right? There's just not enough money out there. Okay. There's just certain things I'm just not gonna do. I believe in Romeo and Juliet, they kiss. Okay. And you kissing every night, multiple times. Hey, it just couldn't be me, man. It just couldn't be me. I don't think it's worth it. I think Tom Holland got plenty of money, okay, from the Spider-Man movies, from the Marvel movies. You know, I don't get it. Maybe he just loves acting, but I'm just saying, we all know why. This production company is getting backlash for hiring this young lady to be Juliet. And they knew they was going to get this backlash. They knew exactly what they was doing. Okay, but let's read a little bit more here. Let's read a little bit more. Quote, "Bullying and harassment have no place online in our industry or in our wider communities." The statement continued, "Our rehearsal room is full of joy, compassion, and kindness." Quote, "We celebrate the extraordinary talent of our incredible collaborators. The Romeo and Juliet community will continue to rehearse with generosity and love and focus on the creation of our production." Okay, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, okay? People are not criticizing the hire because she's black, right? This is not one of those things where most of the criticism is because of the race swapping, okay? That's not what most of the criticism is coming from. The criticism is coming from the fact that this woman, I'm just gonna be as nice as I can here, is not traditionally attractive, right? I mean, that's just what it is, and it's not a race thing. But of course, you have the simps, okay, and the soul sisters out here who are upset, okay, with the criticism, the backlash, because again, this is not the most traditionally attractive person. You know, a lot of people are saying, why did you hire this person for this role, okay? A role where, you know, you're supposed to have an individual that's supposed to be what we would traditionally define as beautiful. Again, they're saying that that's racism, right? And of course, again, you got some simps out here saying, no, you don't understand. this person actually is very, very, very beautiful.
I don't think people really understand how much comments like this are actually rooted in racism, because Francesca is in no way ugly. But let's say, for argument's sake, they cast a white woman who is not your ideal of beauty. You would not be this pressed about her casting. You probably just wouldn't care. Nobody would be concerned that the Juliet they casted for a West End production of Romeo and Juliet is ugly. The reason people are angry is because she's a dark-skinned black woman, because she does not fit the ideals of what you believe are the beauty standard. Francesca is a gorgeous woman, and it is about race. Don't say it's not about race, because it so clearly is.
For black actors, playing a character that is beloved or quote unquote classical, that is white, is never worth the squeeze as far as the racial vitriol and hatred and bigotry that they encounter just by doing their job and getting the role. It's never worth it.
You know, sometimes I get on this app and I'm like, I actually hope it does get banned, and I'll tell you why. There's a new Romeo and Juliet movie that's coming out this year starring Tom Holland and a young actress by the name of Francesca Rivers. She's a young black actress. I don't know who she is. I've never seen her before, but God, the comments in these videos on this fucking app, the disgusting racist comments. Just look up 2024 Romeo and Juliet on this app and go through the comment section of the people that are posting these videos. The disgusting things that they are saying about this young black woman. Saying Romeo and Shaquisha, Romeo and food stamps, Romeo and Section 8. What the actual fuck? When half of those motherfuckers that are commenting are probably on Section 8 food stamps and whatever else. But it's just a disgusting racism. And this is coming from grown ass people.
Yeah, so you see that, you heard that. Now, again, I personally think that this is a moment of you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Okay, even though I do think that they wanted this stupid prize, right? I think the production company did this on purpose. They knew that hiring this woman would elicit this type of backlash, so they did it anyways. Okay, I mean, come on. Like, listen, here's the thing, man. It ain't got nothing to do with racism, okay? If this was a traditionally attractive, beautiful black woman, I don't think that the backlash would be nearly enough, okay? Clearly and obviously, people would have something to say about, again, the race swapping. But honestly, at the end of the day, you know, when you talk about a play, right, I don't think that it's out of bounds to use people of different races. Like, I kind of get it. Like, it's a play, right? It is what it is. I mean, in school plays, you know, you use, you know, whoever is a part of drama club or acting club or whatever, and you play different roles. I get that, okay? I just don't think that the backlash would have been there, right? But I think they knew that putting this woman in that role would get this type of backlash, and they could turn around and point the finger and say, look at all the racial hate that this black girl is receiving because she's black, okay? When it has nothing to do with her being black at all. It just has to do with the fact that, you know, hey, a lot of people find her to be unattractive, okay? I mean, if me and her were in the gym together, you know, I don't think that I would look twice, right? I wouldn't look twice. But then again, you know, she be getting the same amount of looks that I get, which are zero, right? So, again, you know, I'm saying this coming from the perspective of somebody that, hey, probably struggles just as much as she does with getting, you know, attention from the opposite sex. So I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, like, if she was white and let's say obese, okay, very big, and not attractive, I think that people would have something to say, just like they have something to say when it comes to this situation. I don't think that the backlash is because she's black. I think that the backlash really is because, again, she doesn't look traditionally like somebody that should be playing that role. And I would say the same thing, again, if she was white, Asian, Indian, Arab, or whatever, and she was obese, okay, or just not a very attractive looking person, right? If you're not traditionally attractive, and that's not even, you know, trying to adhere to some, you know, European centric standard of beauty. No. Beauty is a science, right? We know that for the most part, there are going to be certain beauty standards that are somewhat similar across all cultures, right? I mean, a beautiful woman in Europe is probably going to be considered to be beautiful in Asia or beautiful in Latin America, you know, in Africa. A beautiful woman in Africa is probably going to be considered to be beautiful in Europe or in Asia or, you know, any other part of the world. Beauty is beauty, right? And there's just certain standards of beauty. And when you don't meet those traditional standards, when you do something like this, you know, hey, people are going to respond this way, and it is what it is. Like, you're not a victim. She's not a victim. She's playing a role, okay? She get paid, okay? I mean, it is what it is. But to sit here and try to play this victimhood card, oh, this is the type of backlash, and this is the type of criticism that black women experience. I don't want to hear that nonsense, bro. I don't want to hear that, okay? I don't want to hear that, okay? Because this production company set her up for this. If people want to be upset about the backlash, blame the company, right? Blame the company that set her up for this. Don't blame her, okay? Because I personally don't think that this was the smartest pick to play that role, right? But again, they knew what they were doing, and they knew what would happen, and they got exactly what they wanted. So, you know, with that being said, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.